Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to this tutorial of React Native. So, in previous tutorial, we were seeing that I was getting some error related to the tunnel. So, it was because tunnel was getting blocked by the firewall of my PC. So, yeah, you won't face this issue. So, what I'm doing, I'm just using the previously created app only. So, when you will be creating the your React Native application, so it will look something like this. It will have this default code. It will have the view. So view over here is just like the div section have what we use inside of React. So if you know the React, then this view is just like making as a div element, and the text is used to show the text. Okay, so as you can see at the center of this app, you are seeing this text which says "Open up AppGet to start the working on your application," and the status bar. Status bar is basically the bar what you see on the top. So as of now, let's not dive deeper into that. So now when it comes to the app development with React Native, so you can either write CSS in the external CSS file, or you can create a style sheet. You just have to import this style sheet from the React Native. And over here, you have to write your style. So over here, I have declared one variable container and flex as one background as white, align item center, justify item center. So basically, this is the style for this entire container, which is this container. That's why you see this text align at the center of the application. So now if suppose I'm commenting out this code and I'm saving. So now you can see this text has been aligned at the top, okay, at the top section. So now the one thing you can see over here is at the top of our application, we have this tab which shows the network, battery, and whether we are connected to Wi-Fi or not. And now the text which we are showing on our interface, it is aligned on top of that. Okay, so this is because we have not provided the safe area view for our application. So when it comes to the React Native, there is a safe area view. Okay, so let me just show you what is the safe area view. Safe area view. Okay, so if you wrap your application inside of this safe area view, and if you save, why the code is not getting this. So there is a safe area view, and after that, your app content is basically rendered inside of that safe area view. So over here, I'm having this container. So when it comes to the container, I will give this flex as one over here, and next, what we have is the background color. And background color, I will do as FFF only, and now I'm having the padding of horizontal as 20 and padding vertical as 20. If I do this, now that's in the scene. There's a little bit of spacing, which we can see on the top because I've given the padding vertical as 40. If I give 20, then it's like two less. 30 is fine. Okay, so this much is fine. So now this is our safe area view. After that, I am having this text over here. I will make it the same text. I will say to-do list app, and I can see the text over here. Now I will apply the styling, and I will give the name of the style over here as title. I will go down below, and I will declare the title variable over here. And when it comes to this title variable, I will give the font size. I'll give the font size is 24. Then I will give the font weight as bold and margin bottom as 20. Okay, so now we can see the text over here. Okay, so this is the title of our application. Let's just go ahead and let me just remove the status bar. Status bar is not required. And next, I'm having the view. So inside of this view, I will create one input field and it will have the button to add this thing, our task list. So when it comes to text input, I will make it a text input field over here. And again, to this text input field, I will apply some styling. This is not required. I will close the tag over here and it will have some style. Then it will have the placeholder. So when it comes to the placeholder, I will say add new task over here. And after that, I will give some value to it. And I will have the on change. So on change basically whenever I will change the content over here, it will add that content. So for that purpose, I will make use of the use statement. I will say constant task and set task I will say and make use of the use statement and I will keep it as an empty. And I have to also make use of the task as an array. Okay, so for that purpose, I will have this one more variable declared over here. So I will copy. Wait a minute. I will copy this set task and I will come over here and I will put this over this on change text. And when it comes to the set task, so whenever anyone will enter a task in it, it will assign that value to this variable task over here. Okay, so now when it comes to the styling of this input, I will give the name as input over here. And I will come down below and I will write the style for the input. So when it comes to the input, it will have the flex as 1 and it will have the border width. I will give the border width as the 1 only and then I must have the border color as black. Some other complete code is coming. Let me just save and see. So okay, so this is my input, and when it comes to the input, it will have the style. We can do the styling for this view also. So for this, I will say I will give the name as a input container over here. Input container, and this is the styling for input. Okay, so this is the styling down below what we have. It's for input. So I have to cut paste it. Okay, so this container is there, the outer container. For this input container, I've given the flex direction as a row. I'm giving the justify container space between because if there are two elements inside of it, it will be equally aligned, and the second element will be the button. So if I will say button like this, and hold on, just give some time. There will be one button. I'm just giving the text right now over here. Let me just remove this side. So now here I will enter the text and here it will be the button. As of now it's a text. I will soon convert it into button over here. So this is how the things would look. So when it comes to the button, we should be able to click on it. Okay, so when it comes to the button, I will make use of the touchable opacity. Touchable opacity. Okay, so I will give it inside the touchable opacity. So now this content will be like clickable. Okay, so I will give the make use of the touchable opacity and text style will be I will say add. I will give the name to this button as add over here. And when it comes to touchable opacity, it will have some style. I will give the styling to the touchable opacity over here. And after that, I will have the on press. Okay, so on press is like just like the on submit. It will collapse any function. Okay, so when it comes to this function, I will come up over here and I will say add task, and inside of this I will have to add the task which has been entered over here. Okay, so I will use this similar code. If there is a task.trim I'm using because if there is any empty space before and after the text, I will trim that off. Then what I'm doing, I'm making a set task. I am just adding the task in this array. So whatever is the previously added task is if there is any, I will just copy that in the same array. And then to that I'll append this object, which basically that whatever I'm entering over here that will assign to this value as value text and compute by default will be false. Okay, so I will just do that over here and I will copy this add task, paste it over here. And I want to call this function whenever anyone will be clicking on this add task. Okay, so let me just give a console log. I will say click. So now I click on this. So it is say giving the log as clicked over here. Okay, so it's a touchable opacity. So it is coming over here because it has applied this style of the input. Now I have to change the style of this. I will give the name as a button to this touchable opacity. I'll come down below and I will write the code for the button. So when it comes to this button, it will have some background color. Uh, it will have the background color as this. Padding, I will do vertical padding, a little bit horizontal on the border radius. So this is that button, and when it comes to the button color, it is not that looking good. So I will do one thing. I will add the color as white for the text. Color is not getting changed. Mm, okay, that will be not an issue. Okay, so the text color is not getting changed because the text is inside over here. Okay, so I will copy this and I will give the name as add over here. Okay, so now let's just go and apply a little bit of styling to this button. So when it comes to this button text, I've given the name as add. So this color won't come over here. And to this, I will give the color as white and triple F is white, I guess. And I will give it the font size. And when it comes to the font size, I will give it the font size 16. So yeah, now it is looking better. So far this is good. And after that, whenever we will enter any task over here, we have to render those tasks down below. Okay. So for that purpose, what I will do, I have to add all those tasks, and for that purpose, I have to write the function. Okay. So first of all, let me just print out this task. If they are, I will do the console log. Let me just see whether this is working fine or not. This task area will. print and I will see. Let me just remove this console. Now it is getting refreshed. Okay, so it is getting refreshed because of this, I guess. How it is overwriting, I will just figure out. Okay, so whenever we are doing the on change, so basically by default, it will assign the value what is present over here. Okay, so what I've done, I have to give this task the value over here. Okay, so now it should work, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so now it is maintaining the value. So I'm saying item one. So over here, I'm getting one task as B. Okay, item one I got. And now I will enter the item two. So yeah, item one and item two I'm getting. So it is working fine. So now what we'll do, we will just go ahead and write code to show the list over here down below. So for that purpose, I will make you the scroll view. Okay, so as of now, if I'm just pressing on the screen and scrolling up and down, this screen is not scrollable because I'm not making use of the scroll view. Okay, so I have to make use of that. But before that, I will do one thing. I will create one folder over here, components, and inside of the components, I will create one component as a task.js. Okay, so this will be a task.js. It is a component which I'm creating specifically to show the task. So I will make use the React function components over here, and it will have the view instead of a div. And let me just come up over here, and let me just copy the same imports. Some of them might be required, some of them might not be required, but it's fine. I'll do the task over here. So this function component, I will import task over here. This is the component, and now we'll come up over here, come down below, and I will try to map all the tasks. So it has auto-completed the code over here, and these are some of the keys attributes I have to pass to the task. First is key, so let me just copy. I will come up over here and paste. Second is task itself. Third is index. Fourth is completed task, and fifth is delete task. Okay. So these are some of the attributes which I'll be passing to the task, but yeah, so now when it comes to the task, it will basically have the two functions, whether the task is completed or task is deleted. Okay, So for that purpose, I have to come up over here and I have to create two functions over here. First is complete task, and when it comes to the complete task, it will just take all the tasks which are present inside of this array of the task. Okay, so it will copy in this particular array, and it when it comes to complete task, this function will pass the index. Okay, so it will check whether the task task is basically sent as an object. Okay, so it will have the two keys, which is completed and the text. So it will check for this completed. Okay, so if its value is false, it will use this terminate operator and it will turn to true, and if it is true it will turn to false. Okay, so whatever is the value, it will just make it if it is true it will make it false, and if it is false it will make it true. Okay, so it will alter the value and again update the value instead of the set task. Okay, so now whatever was the previous value, if the previous value was true, now it will be false. Okay, so this is the functions for the completing the task, and next is function to delete the task. Delete the task will also take the index of the task, and after taking the index, what it will do is it will again take all the tasks which are already present inside of this array, and after that it will make use of the slash function, and it will slash that particular index at one first position, and again it will slashing it off, it will just remove and again set the new task. Okay, so this is that delete function, and we are also passing these functions to this new task over here. So let me just save, and now as can be seen, there are like 3, 4, 5 tasks which are already present. This we are getting because we have rendered the this task component for definite number of times. Now, when we go to the this task component, I have given the text as this task. If I'm just changing it to task one, we will get the same text everywhere because this task component is getting rendered multiple times for that number of times for which items are there inside of this uh, task variable. Okay, so now what I will do, now I'm inside of this task variable. I will do one more thing. I will be in need of this style sheet. I will copy this. I will come down below. This style is not required. Okay, this is the style of the previous component. So over here, first of all, I'm having this title. So when it comes to the title, I will render a text. Okay, so I will render a text of the task. So first of all, I will take the task from here, which I have passed from the previous component. Okay, so I'm passing the task as a attribute over here. I will take the task, and when it comes to the task will basically have the task. That is it. Task will have the text. Okay, so I will say task dot text. Let me just render. Okay, so these are the number of the items which we have, and now suppose I'm saving as task 5 over here, and if I hit enter, the task 5 is getting appended. If I say task 10, and if I add, the task 10 will be getting appended. Okay, so this is how we will be rendering those items. And next, I would like to give the complete task button and delete task button. And we have already passed complete task and delete task functions over here. So for that purpose, I will make use of the view over here, and inside of this view, I will have the touchable opacity. Okay, so just like this touchable opacity, whenever we want anything to be clicked on the screen, like this button, we are clicking it. So if I want this button to be clicked, I'll make it a touchable opacity and give the on press attribute, and after that, give your function, whatever you want to execute. Okay. So now let me just save, and I am getting the content like this. Okay, because it is not having the style. So now we have to apply some style. So mostly I prefer to reuse the code. I will copy this thing. I will go to this outermost and save the as task and copy this value over again. And I will give the flex direction. I'll give the flex direction as a row because first is the item name, then whether the item is completed or the deleted, and I want everything to be rendered in the form of a row. Okay, so I give the flex direction as a row. Now all the items have been rendered in the form of a row over here. And I will use the justified content as a space between because now over here inside of this outermost view there are three items. Okay, first is this text and the second one is the second view. So this will be aligned at the left and whatever is there inside of this view it will be aligned on the right hand side. Okay, so that is because I'm giving the value as a space between. And align item center in the sense like vertically all the items will be aligned on the same line. This is the background color and padding and margin vertical I have given and border radius is 5. So now see as can be seen this title is aligned on the left and whatever that is there inside of this view is aligned on the right hand side. Okay. So now I have to apply the more styling. So let's just get started. Next is this text. So for this, I will copy this over again, paste it over here, and I will give the name as completed, style is completed. Okay, and for this, completed, I will give the font size 16 and text decoration as line through because I want to cut the item. Okay, so I want to give this style only when the item is completed. Okay, so for that purpose, I have to check whether the item is completed or not. And for that purpose, I will check whether the task is completed or not. So each task is having this object, which is first whether the task is completed or not, and then the text of the title, whether it's item one, item two, item five, whatever it is. So I will make use of this completed attribute, which will be under the task. Okay. So I will come over here inside of the style only, and I will search over here. I will say tasks are completed. If the task is completed, then you can apply this style. Okay, so I make a ternary operator, or I can say if the task is not completed, then apply some other style. Okay, so other style will be text and I will come down below and I will define what is the text over here. So when it comes to the text, I will just give the font size 16. Okay. So now this styling looks fine. So this is how you can also apply the styling based upon some attributes. So if this condition is true, then this styling will be applied, and if this condition is false, then this particular styling will be applied. Okay. So now this part is complete. And next we have this view. So for this view, I will again copy this and I will say buttons and I will come down below. And when it comes to these buttons, so I will give the flex direction as a row and I will give the gap as a 10. Okay, so I'm giving the flex direction as a row because I want this both the items on the same line. And I will give the gap between both of them as a 10. Okay. Let me just say. So now even these items are on the same line and I got the gap of 10. So now when it comes to these buttons, I will try to apply a little bit of styling to this also. So now I'm having this text over here, which is saying whether the task is completed or not. But instead of that, I will give the icon. So for that purpose, I will say icon over here, and icon will basically have the name. I can close the element like this also. I will give the name over here as check, and I will give the size as 20 to this, color as a green. Okay, icon is not defined, so I have to define the icon. So when it comes to the defining the icon, I have to import the icon. Okay, so I will be importing the icon from React Native, React Native vector icons, and that is from the font. Awesome, icon one. Okay, okay, so my icon is visible now. Now when I click on this, the icon is getting striked out. So if you go to this packages.json, all the packages which I install, you will find them over here. But what you can do, you can install these two packages, npm install React Native React navigation forward slash native, and npm install React hyphen native hyphen vector hyphen icons. Okay, so this package is for showing up the icons. So yeah, and next is I will copy this and I'll paste it, the same thing over here, and I will give the name as a trash over here, size will be same, and color will be red. Okay, so now this will be my item 2, item 3, and if I want to delete this, I will click on this trash and it will be deleted. Okay. So thanks guys for watching. So this was a really very simple and easy application developed with the React Native, the to-do list app. And in the future classes, we will see how to develop the complex applications and even how to integrate the backend build with Node.js and using the MongoDB's database. So see you all in my next tutorial. Until that, take care and bye bye. Thank you for watching, guys.